Hello everyone and welcome back to Bonerescu TV. Today I'm going to be doing a reaction to Ryan Shirley's top 10 travel guide places to visit in Romania. I think I have a unique perspective on this because I've lived in Romania, but I am an American, so I still can see some things that I've never seen and still be shocked at how beautiful some of his photography and videography are and how great of a country Romania is. So before I get started, if you could subscribe, that helps out my channel. It helps me try to achieve my goal of bringing my family back to Romania and showing them how beautiful Romania is. With that being said, let's get started. Let's see what Ryan has to say.
What's up guys? My name is Ryan and I want to show you my favorite places in the magical country of Romania. So here is my Romania top 10.
Romania top 10 places to visit. Look at that.
Romania is definitely one of Europe's most underrated countries. It's a land full of alluring castles and beautiful medieval cities.
Wow.
From the windy roads of the Trans-Făgărașan Highway to the wonders of the Bran Castle, Romania has so much waiting to be explored. Let's start this video off in the medieval city of Sighișoara. Now located in central Romania, Sighișoara
I gotta
is a
stop
beautiful...
this. I know I'm stopping early on. Sighișoara is my favorite place in Romania that I never lived in. So just know that before we dive in here.
Town with a unique history. Back in the 12th century, the King of Hungary invited German craftsmen and merchants to settle in Romania, and they were known as the Transylvanian Saxons.
Look at those guys.
Now, the group settled in 1191 in present-day Sighișoara, and the city rose up to become an important strategic and commercial destination for Central Europe. Today, it's one of Romania's best preserved medieval walled cities.
Look at that.
I just love how the fortified part...
Okay, this castle, absolutely incredible. Sorry, this isn't a castle, this church. This church up on a hill is actually also a school, and there's, leading up to this, to get up here on the top of the hill, there's like 117 wooden steps that it literally feels like you're climbing up these medieval steps to get up to school. So these kids are making that trek every single day. And look at that view. That view is absolutely incredible. So Sighișoara is incredible. Look at the river running through it.
Is built upon a hill and it can be seen from all over. Really is a magical destination.
Yeah, look at the hill
that
there.
Deserves a visit. Now just 30 minutes from Sighișoara is the little Bierton fortified church. Now
he didn't talk about how it feels like a medieval town enough, I don't think. So just know, it really feels like you're stepping back into the 1400s if you go there.
Located in the small village of Bierton,
I've never been here. It looks beautiful.
In 1524, and was originally Roman Catholic and then changed to Lutheran after the Reformation. Now, what is unique about this church is that it's heavily fortified with 3 layers of protective walls. Ottoman armies were a threat in the area.
That's crazy.
So
that looks so
cool.
cool.
Decided to fortify the church.
The houses all look
such
amazing.
A unique and beautiful place.
I would live in a place like this.
Now, afterwards, we're going to visit the city of Sibiu.
Ooh, Sibiu, my wife's favorite place.
From Sighișoara, Sibiu is another alluring city in Transylvania. It's nicknamed the City of Eyes thanks to its roof windows that make the houses feel alive. Now, just like Sighișoara, the city was founded by German settlers during the 12th century and grew to become an important trading center during medieval times. In 2007, Sibiu was named the European Capital of Culture, and I think it definitely deserved that award.
Alright, look at how beautiful this scene is right here. All of the houses are beautiful, the rooftops are beautiful. Look at how cool the architecture is right here. It definitely does feel like you're stepping into a German city rather than being in a Romanian city or an Austro-Hungarian city, whatever that may be. And he was talking about the eyes earlier. Look, you can see the eyes right here. You can see some of the eyes right here. You can see the eyes really good up on this building up here. It's absolutely crazy. The eyes are definitely something else. Cool city. It doesn't feel like the rest of Romania.
All historical sites. Now afterwards, we're going to take a drive on the famous Trans-Făgărașan
That's the number one place
highway.
I want to visit
now, this
in
is
Romania.
Definitely the most well-known road in Romania.
Look at those roads.
It was claimed to be the best road in the world by the TV show Top Gear. The road was built by Romanian military in the 1970s as a response to the 1968 invasion of Czechoslovakia by the Soviet Union. Now, the military wanted to make sure they had quick access across the mountains in case of an invasion. Today, the road is an incredible scenic drive as it passes through
Top Gear rated this famous
Alps.
number one.
The
for a
road is
reason. Look
usually
at
open
that.
from July to October and
And at
climbs
the
to
top,
an
there's
altitude of 2,042 meters.
Ballia
At the
Lake.
top of the
There's this
pass
lake.
is the Balea Lake,
It looks
which
beautiful.
can also be accessed
And there are also
by
like
Kyoto
bears and
in the
tons of
wintertime.
wildlife that
Now,
you
while
can
you're
see
there,
while
you can
out
make
here.
a pit stop and do some hiking in the Transfiguration Mountains. I mean, such an incredible area
Wow.
and drive. Now, afterwards, we're going to visit the city of Alba Iulia. Now,
Never
look
been.
at just an hour's
Heard
drive
it's
from
incredible.
Sibiu. Alba Iulia is a historic city full of charm. Now, my favorite feature of the city is the Alba Carolina Citadel. This massive fortress was finished in 1738 and has a unique star shape. It was built to ensure the defenses of the newly...
Fun fact for you about Alba Iulia. This is actually where, I can't remember exactly, but I think where they declared their independence. So Romania became a country in Alba Iulia. This was the first place it was declared. So how cool is that? Every year they do a huge celebration there on the 1st of December.
conquered provinces of the Habsburg Empire and became one of the main fortifications of the Roman Empire in Romania. Now today you can wander the perfectly preserved citadel. There are beautiful cathedrals and churches to admire, and it really is an incredible area and piece of history. Afterwards, we're going to head over to the city of Brasov. Now located near the Carpathian Mountains in Transylvania, Brasov is a charming...
Brasov is wow, look at the mountains there. That's one thing you get about Brasov is the beautiful mountains even in the city. I do have a question because I'm looking at this now, and I'm not 100% sure I have a theory, but I was looking at a map of Brasov earlier this week, and in this city center, I've noticed that there were houses there previously, like in the 1800s. So I'm not sure if all of Europe has something like this where the city centers are huge. I remember going to some cities and it didn't feel like the city centers were this huge. Like they didn't have these squares that were this massive in all of them. But I feel like this has something to do with like Ceausescu and his reign, knocking down houses. We'll see. I'm sure we'll see later Bucharest and the stuff that he built. But I'm sure he knocked down houses here so that he could have this huge place where he could come and be admired by his people and feel loved by his people. He was kind of a crazy man, so I wouldn't put it past him. But I'm not 100% sure if anyone actually knows why there's these huge squares, if it is something from the medieval times or before, or if it was from Ceausescu's reign. I would love to hear and know why. So let's continue on. But they have beautiful squares in Romania.
city known for its medieval Saxon walls and towering Gothic black church. The city began like many others thanks to the Transylvanian Saxons. The Teutonic Knights also helped build Brasov in the 13th century. Sadly, in the 17th century, a fire destroyed almost all of Brasov's walled city, but thankfully it was rebuilt, and today it's one of the most popular cities in Transylvania, and thanks to its location, it's a great hub to explore other places around Romania. Now, one of my favorite nearby places is the Bran Castle.
Part of
Brasov.
I think
minutes outside of
when
Brasov,
people are attracted to Brasov, it's due to the vicinity of Bran as well.
While there is no evidence that the
But
author
Bran's
Dracula
beautiful. Like, look
knew
at this.
anything about this castle, it definitely has a spooky vibe to it. People also associate the castle
I don't know if
with
Vlad
Vlad
actually
the
lived there.
Impaler, who also didn't really have much to do with the castle. But it's fun to speculate the spooky
Look at the
origins
architecture
of
on
this
all
fortress.
this stuff.
Now,
All
the
those,
Bran
like,
Castle was built in the
buttresses
14th
and
century, and it's
all
placed
the-
right at the start of...
That's beautiful. That's downright beautiful. This is what makes Romania Romania.
a mountain pass, and it was used to defend against the Ottoman Empire and also became a customs post. Today, it's one of Romania's most visited castles, and I'd love to visit during Halloween time. Now, another impressive castle in Romania is the Corvin Castle. Now, it's located in western Romania, in the town of
absolutely
Hunedoara.
incredible.
Now, Corvin Castle is
from
one of the
this
largest
view,
castles in all of
absolutely
Europe.
incredible.
I mean, just absolutely massive. It was constructed during the 15th century and was added onto throughout the ages. Like Bran
Vlad the
Castle,
Impaler
it has
did
a creepy
actually
vibe
live
to it.
here.
It was used as a
or maybe was
residence,
imprisoned
also
here.
served as a prison in few areas. I mean, I can't imagine what it must have been like to see this castle during medieval times. I mean, just so enormous. Needless to say, Romania is home to some incredible castles. Afterwards, we're going to visit the Carpathian Mountains. Now, I have to say, this is one of my
Okay,
favorite
so not
parts
like a
of
city,
Romania.
but
Now,
a
located in
huge
north
region
and
of
central
Romania.
the Carpathians are a massive mountain
Like, it's
range that
huge.
also pass through Slovakia,
Yeah, look at
Poland,
how much of
Hungary,
Romania
and
the
Ukraine. Now,
Carpathians
the
take
mountains
up.
are home to wildlife such as brown bears, wolves, and lynx. Now, while the Carpathians aren't as jagged as other European mountains such as the Alps, the Carpathians have their own beauty with giant mountains covered in dense forests. During the wintertime, the Carpathians are
And in
a
the winter,
perfect
it's
place to go
beautiful.
skiing. I also think one of the best times to visit the mountains is during the fall when they are covered in beautiful autumn colors. I mean, if I could live anywhere in Romania, I'd probably shack up in a cabin somewhere in these incredible mountains.
Wow.
One cool set of mountains in the Carpathians is the Chukas Mountains. The highest
Chukash
point is
Mountains. I've never heard of them.
1,954 meters, and they have this really unique look to them with its rounded boulders. The mountains are located on the border between Brasov and Prahova counties and offer some spectacular hiking trails. Now, while
They
we're
look
still on the
beautiful.
topics of mountains, another cool destination is the Lonely Rock or
Piatra
Piatra
Singuratica.
Singuratica. Now, it's located in the northern part of
I
the
wanna
country,
go there.
and it has this unique
That's high
rock
on my bucket
formation
list
that
now.
sticks
That
out like a
looks
sore
so
thumb.
beautiful.
It definitely reminds me of the Dolomites. There's also a cabin there you could eat or spend the night at. I mean, it's just such a beautiful area, worth a visit. Now, after the mountains, we're going to head over to the Black Sea. When you think
Alright,
of Romania, you
Constanța.
probably don't imagine sandy beaches and beautiful water, but Romania surprisingly has over 275 kilometers of Black Sea coastline. The biggest city on the coast is Constanta, and it's located just
Constanța. He was
2.5 hours
close.
drive
Good
from
enough.
Bucharest. There's also other resort towns across Romania's coastline. One that I really like is
Mamaia.
Mamaia. It's built on a narrow stretch of land right on the Black Sea, and it's a great
Beautiful.
place to enjoy
I lived on the Black Sea. It's
Romania
absolutely
Riviera.
incredible.
Now, for our final destination, we're going to visit Bucharest. Now,
Ceausescu.
located in the south of
Well,
Romania,
he didn't,
Bucharest is the
but-
country's capital with a population
I'm not
of
a party guy.
1.8
Apparently,
million.
the party
It's
scene
referred
in
to as the
Bucharest is
Paris
absolutely
of the
incredible
East
and
thanks to
gentle.
its elegant architecture. Now, one of the most
Absolutely
impressive buildings in the city is the Palace of Parliament. It's the heaviest building in the world, weighing over 4 million tons.
Think
That's
second.
kind of crazy to think about. Now, I just love how the long street leads up to the
Heaviest
palace. Now,
administrative
similar
building.
to Paris, Bucharest has
Oh, this is the Arc de Triomphe. It's a smaller version of the one in Paris, but you can climb up this in certain times of the week. So, if you want to climb up it, like make sure you do your research, and you can go up it. It's pretty cool.
the Arch of Triumph, dedicated to the heroes of World War I and Romania's War of Independence. Bucharest definitely is a European capital worth visiting. Well, that is it from our Romania Top 10.
That's it. I think he did a decent job. He kind of stayed more around Transylvania and slightly dipped down into like Bucharest and Constanța, the Black Sea area. I don't know. I think he missed a lot of spots in Romania, like a lot of really, really beautiful spots. Leave a comment below on where you think he missed, because I think he may have missed a lot of beautiful spots. Maybe he just wasn't able to travel to them, but not 100% sure why he didn't go to some places like Oradea or Yash. I don't know. Leave a comment below where you think is a place that he did not mention here that he should have mentioned. But that's the end of this. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you guys staying and listening. Make sure you subscribe. See ya.